How did you feel the depth of the syllabus?
Well, it is cutting edge, I'd say. It is quite modern on everything that, from my field, computer science, we're actually studying about OpenAI and stuff like that, which essentially came out like a couple of years ago. So it is heavily updated every year. So I'd say the syllabus is quite in depth and modernized quite frequently.
Okay, so uh, did you find any difference between the Indian education system, the style of teaching or total examinations, everything?
Mhm.
Did you find a difference here and there?
Yeah, there is a very major difference between Indian universities and I mean, I of course never studied at an Indian university, but based on what my friends who study there told me, it's the burden to push through on your studies is totally on the person here. So if you don't put in the effort yourself, there is no way you can get through, because no one is going to push any student to do anything. So yeah, unless you're motivated by yourself, I mean, there is no requirement to be present in classes. There is no requirement to write exams any semester. You can essentially study for however long you want. So you have to put in effort by yourself to get through it.
So finally, the grades will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So how is the evaluation system usually here?
Well, it's quite similar to the grading system in India. I would say it's from, like in India, it's from A, I think, to F probably, and here that would be from 1 to 5. So like 1 coincides with A, and 2 is with B, and 3 is with C, and 5 is with F, which is failing the exam.
Okay, so there'll be like descriptive exams. Do you have?
Mm. Well, it depends on the subject. So some of the exams I've written have been verbose, like only written in words, and some of them have been only writing code, and some of them have just been project submissions. It really depends on the module. It's very, very varied, and it depends on the branch as well. So yeah, I can't give a generalized answer to that, but I'd say
at least in the Technical University Darmstadt.
Yeah, it's very mixed for every course.
So now you are in which year of bachelor's?
Now I'm in my 5th semester right
Fifth
now.
semester.
So that would be I still have 1 more semester left. So I'd be done, I'd say, same time next year, hopefully.
Okay, and then you also have internships, or should you also do internships?
Yeah, I can start with the internships on the 2nd semester itself. So it really depends on the person. Some of my classmates have never done an internship, and some of them have been doing their internships in the 2nd semester. So it really depends on the person. And yeah, it varies. But there is no compulsion to do an internship.
That doesn't count under this grading system.
No, it does not.
But you can if you want.
Yeah, okay.
You have holidays in between?
Yeah, my university is not so good at the holidays, I'd say. We usually get around 3 weeks between semesters. Before classes start, and the last exam, we usually have 3 weeks, or sometimes when we're lucky, 4 weeks.
But how do you manage with internships? And then
like people do internships along with the classes. So I mean, the classes that we do are usually not that intensive, because you need to go to there are like roughly like 4 to 5 classes every semester, and each class is like 1.5 hours long. So 5 classes.
Only 4 to 5 classes in a semester?
Yeah. So every week you just need to go to class for like a maximum of 7 different classes. Each class is 1.5 hours long. So it's not that difficult to do an internship at the same time.
Okay. And do you have a project work also?
Yeah, actually in my 5th semester I have to do a bachelor project that I'm working on with other students. So it's a group of 5, and we are working on large language model. I mean, I don't know if it says anything about
NLPs?
Yeah, it's similar to that. Yeah, it's natural language processing, exactly.
Interesting. So can you tell a bit about AI, that whatever you have exposed to right now? So your opinions on AI, or your knowledge or whatever, can you share with us?
Well, I'm quite new to the field as well, because I've never done machine learning till this semester. So I'm in the process of learning it myself, and I would give a very generalized opinion on that. But yeah, technically I'm not that into all that stuff right now. But I'd say a year from now, I'd have a much better picture of all that.
Because it's interesting to know from the perspective of youngsters, what are their opinion of AI? Is it going to be like another alien and one going to?
Well, I don't like speaking in hyperbolic phrases, but I don't think it's going to be that bad, hopefully. Based on what I've seen and what I've worked on so far, it could potentially replace some jobs. And yeah, I mean, I think everyone knows about AI art or stuff like that, which it's debatable if it's actually art or not. And opinions vary on it, but yeah, I'd say my opinion on AI is kind of neutral at this point.
Okay, interesting. So after your bachelor's, so during the course, like since you come here, how many times you went back to India to see your parents?
I've been to India a grand total of 3 times in the 4 years I've been here.
Yeah.
And the 2 times I've been to India, I've been in this year.
All right. And I think, and then meanwhile, you're also allowed to work for some time, right? As per your visa, student visa.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I start my bachelor's, I was allowed to work. I had my work visa.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Till whatever is permitted.
Yeah. Students can work up to 80 hours every month. And the minimum wage is around, at this point, I'm not sure, I think 12 euros, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So you could make good living out of that, but I would not recommend really going into that before you get acclimatized to your studies.
Yeah. Yes. And what are your next plans after your bachelor's? What actually changed to your aims? Why and why?
Oh, well, I've actually not decided on which field I'm going to pursue further in my master's, but I think I'll probably move to a different country, like Ireland or Scotland. Have been on my mind for quite a while now, because I want to experience a new country and explore. I really like exploring new countries, so that's what I'm into right now. But as far as my goals go,